Minecraft builds that you need in your world, part 5, the Guardian Farm. Since Java Edition doesn't have the structural spawn spots that Bedrock has, we need to build a farm that will treat everything like how the US treats the Middle East, by thinking everything can be a threat. Anyway, here's what you need, pause to view. And this farm was created by Logical Geek Boy. He's a crazy good redstoner on YT, who makes really awesome and understandable redstone farms, so check him out. Go to a monument and pick one of these missing blocks in the center, and build 4 across like this, one above the water, and build out 17 blocks on both sides to end with a line of 38 blocks. And then on one end of this at a right angle, build out 19 blocks, and then do the same on the other side, and repeat that for the other side of the line to end up with a huge eye shape like this, and then connect the ends of the arms to form a huge box like this. And on each of these inside corners on one half of the box, one below, build out 7 with temporary blocks, and add a glass block for the 8th one, so there's a gap of 2 in the center. And repeat that pattern all the way down the edge, so you'll have an entire row that looks like this, and you'll do that for both halves of the farm. Under here on the glass, connect these ends with more glass, and build another layer of glass underneath the original layer to be too thick, and off the end place 2 temporary blocks with 2 upward droppers inside of the water diagonal from the glass, and place 2 lines of hoppers going down each channel on both halves of the farm, leading into the droppers. Then drain out all of the water in the middle to look like this. You'll put soul campfires on top of each of the hoppers, and underneath all of the temporary blocks 2 below, you're going to build out with soul sand, and it will be a perfect mirror of the blocks you put on top. Next to the droppers on each side, place target blocks with a 4x3 platform of blocks in front, and make walls around them and drain the water. Place down blocks in the corners in 2 diagonal like this, and place comparators coming out of the droppers, facing into these blocks in subtraction mode, with redstone leading from the targets to the side of the comparators, and then 2 more in the center here, and place repeaters coming out of the blocks into this redstone. Then you're going to want to place glass over the comparators and on these walls, so it'll come up even with the walls of the farm, and then do that for the other side, and light them up to prevent mob spawns. Place water along all of the side edges of this farm so the water goes all the way to the edge of this glass without spilling over into the campfires, and it should look like this. And then break all of the temporary blocks, not the glass at the end, to look like this, and then place a glass wall down the middle of the farm underwater, and make a roof just above the water of this farm to keep it in relative darkness, with light sources overhead to stop mob spawns, and place a bunch of chests 2 away, one off the sides of the dropper contraptions, so that when you place hoppers leading into the chest, they are all in line with the droppers. Then place glass going all the way up, making sure the glass above the droppers are completely surrounded by other glass, and make 2 high walls surrounding everything when you are level with the hoppers. Place water at the glass end, and it'll flow into the hoppers, and then do the same thing for the other side. Then in the center of the farm, build up until you are standing at Y186, and then make a 3x3 glass platform with bottom slabs 2 above to prevent phantoms. This is your AFK spot. Well, up here, guardians will spawn above the soul sand, and only above the soul sand, and then they'll drop and unalive to the campfires. These stuff will be ejected up the glass as it tries to escape and go into the chests, so AFK to collect drops, and like and follow for more builds.